see these in their homes and in their bedrooms while they are sleeping tend to be mostly affected from darker and even demonic presences.
That just freaked me out. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to say that, but yeah, so. Hello everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel The Risky Mermaid. My name is Himanshi Singh, and never in a million years, not in a million years obviously, but never ever I thought that I would be making a video like this and on this topic. But there is a lot of things that were happening and still are happening, but I'll tell you everything. So first thing, I have to clear that I am not superstitious. I am a doctor by profession. I worship science. So it's not like, I saw something quick and I was like, okay, it's a ghost. No, not like that. There are incidences, not just with me, with my family members also. And that's why I came to this conclusion that, I have to make this video and take advice of you. So I'm not superstitious, but I think I'm a little stitious, especially about ghosts and especially at night. A little backstory. So we moved a lot of places because, in India, if you have a government job, then you have to move a lot of places because you can be posted in any part of the country. So I have moved a lot of houses. I have literally traveled from states to states and this type of thing never ever happened. And we moved into this house, I think a few months ago. It's been 10 months, not 10 months, I think 9 to 8 months. And initially there were a lot of incidences. I'll tell you, there were a lot of things that were happening. Now I think the house is kind of adjusting to us. And what I know is the owner who owned this house, he's very sweet and very jolly person. And when I researched, there is no history about this house. The city is not very ancient city, but obviously there has been deaths, and that's very natural. That's a natural phenomena, but there's nothing like a very dark past about it. But the floor that we live in, this floor, it has been empty for a long time. So I believe this is the reason that we have disturbed someone else's peace, or we have just awakened something that was peaceful. I don't know. If you still decide to have a good laugh on me, you can have it, because even I'm not sure, even I may be completely wrong, but still, here's my story. So I'm going to start with the incidences, and there is a video that I saw. I haven't watched it yet, but let's watch it together, and I'll put the link in the description box if you want to watch the whole video. And it's called 10 Signs That Your House is Haunted. So I'll be watching that and I'll be comparing my experiences with that, if that kind of thing happened to me or not. So let's watch the video and then decide for ourselves.
Number 1. Unexplained cold spots and energy fields. As spirits manifest and move around, they pull thermal...
So about this cold spots, yes, there has been cold spots, especially my room, this room. It's been so cold lately, like it's summer already, but still cold, and I literally feel cold spots, especially near my study table, and it is really very cold. I still, use a blanket.
Number 2. Sudden changes in your emotions. When a human spirit passes through you, you can immediately feel the emotions of that spirit because they have no physical body to contain.
Okay, about this point, I'm not very sure. I do have a lot of mood swings, but I'll blame my hormones and I'll blame everything that happens in a woman's body, and we have a lot of estrogen and progesterone. That I believe the second point, it's not valid on my situation. So let's move on to third.
Poltergeist activity. When you start seeing or hearing objects move by themselves like you see in the movies, this is a sign that you have a...
Okay, so the third point, the noisy spirit kind of thing. I'll say there were 2 incidences. Once my door was bolted open, and it's really hard to open because it gets stuck. See, it gets stuck a lot, so it's really hard to open, but it was like whoosh, like there was a loud noise and I was sleeping and I woke up terrified. I'm like, okay, कौन है? Because the first thought you get in mind is that if there's some burglar or some thief in your house. So that was my thought also, is there someone? But then I was peeping from the class and there was no one. So I kind of ignored the situation.
Number 4, visual mists and anomalies. These ectoplasms can be spirits who are partially manifested.
So there's been an incident. It didn't happen with me, it happened with my mom. And she saw a mist, and actually after the mist she was taking a bath in the bathroom. And obviously it was all lighted up. There was nothing like kuch daravna nahi tha. It was nothing scary. What I remember is she got out of the bathroom and she was really freaked out. She was scared. When I asked her what happened, she said nothing. But after a long time, she told me. Actually, recently she told me. That's why I'm making this video, because earlier I thought it's just with me. I'm just imagining things. But now that my family members have told me, I have a strong belief. So what happened was, she told me that she first saw a lot of mist, but she ignored it, thinking that it must be, water, hot water, something like that. And a few seconds later, she actually saw a full bodied apparition, and it was like something human, like a human form. And that was what she told me. She was very graphic with her information. She told me that person, woman, men, she don't know, and that was standing beside her.
Number 5, shadow figures. In my experiences, these darker, fast-moving figures are not human spirits. Rooms while they are sleeping tend to be mostly affected from darker and even demonic presences.
That just freaked me out. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to say that, but it was the initial month when we moved in and I was sleeping. I had a habit of switching off all the lights and this door here. So when I lock my room, there is no chance that any light can peek through or anything. So my room was completely dark, like pitch black. What happened when you switch off all the lights, so your eyes adjust and you can still see the things. So it was like that. I was sleeping. Then from the corner of my eye, I saw a shadow kind of thing, but I ignored it because your first thought is never that it's a ghost. Your first thought is like, okay, maybe I'm imagining, I'm tired, maybe it's just a shadow of something and blah blah blah. You never put your thoughts into, okay, oh my god, it's a ghost. Never. So I was like that only, and I was like, okay, oh my god, I'm just so tired, and I went back to sleep. But I was really feeling uneasy and uncomfortable, so I looked at it again, and it was still there. So I was confirmed that it's nothing, just a shadow of something. But something made me uneasy again, and I was forced to look there again, and I swear on my life I saw it move. And it was not like this movement, it was like this movement. It came closer, and the moment I was like this, oh my god, it vanished, it was gone. And I literally cried. I've bolted out of my bed and I switched on all the lights. And now that I know that these are some darker kind of spirits, I just hope it's not true. I just hope, I pray to God that it's not true. And this really scared me. I don't want to do. And again, the shadow thing again, it actually happened again with my mom. I came back from my clinic, and usually I came back between the lunch hour, so it was around 2 in the afternoon, and she saw me coming. So I just laid in my room. I was tired and I heard her talking, so I thought maybe she's on a call or something. And then I passed from here to the kitchen, and she saw me, and so she really got paranoid when she saw me. She was like, you were just behind me. I was like, I was not, I was in my room. She was like, no, I was talking to you. You just passed like this and you were sitting, then you stood up and things like that. I was like, I wasn't there. Then I asked her, are you sure you saw me? She's like, I'm not sure. I didn't see you like perfectly, but there was someone. I saw an apparition kind of thing. I saw a human-like form, so I thought it was you. It was like I wasn't there. I was in my room. I was lying there, and that freaked both of us. I was really scared, and I'm such a chicken now that I never, after that shadow incident happened, I never slept with lights off. I always turn all the lights on.
6. Attacks. Unexplained bruises, being hit by unseen forces,
Okay, so this is too much. I hope no one goes through this, and I haven't gone through this. There's nothing like scratches or bruises or like something physical that I could feel. There's nothing like that. I've just seen things. I have never, like felt something trying to harm me or something. I think if there is actually a ghost in my house, it's kind of friendly. But I heard somewhere that these kind of dark spirits try to earn your trust. They try to pretend being something that they are not.
Number 7. Unexplained footsteps and noises. It's like a loop that is being replayed over and over and over from an event in the past. Or
again, these kind of noises and things, I won't say that I've heard them very clearly or I'm very sure of that, but I have heard a lot of whispering, and there has been time when I'm like, okay, I just turn suddenly like someone called me or just someone tried to talk to me. There has been incidences.
Number 8. Disembodied voices. If you start hearing voices with your own ears and can't explain them, then these are spirits speaking.
One thing I forgot to tell, there is a loose tile in my house near the corridor. That corridor leads to bedroom and living room. It's a joining area, and there is a loose tile, so if you step on it, there is a creaking. Only if you step on it. Whenever I step on it, there is a creaking, so I know that tile is loose and we need to fix it, but we haven't because we're too lazy. Maybe, I don't know what's the reason. So once I know that my family members were out for a function and I was just lying in my house chilling, relaxing. I don't usually go out in gatherings and all, and it was night around 10 or 11 at night, and I was relaxing, listening to music, and I heard that tile creak. There was no one in my house, and my first thought was there is someone to rob the house or some kidnapper kind of shit, and I literally screamed that if you are here, I'm going to call the police. But then I thought maybe I was just imagining, so I just lied down again and starting surfing internet and things. I heard it creak again, and that was the time when I knew that there is someone who is stepping on that, and that tile in the corridor, you can see it very clearly from the bedroom. So it was like someone was standing there.
Unexplained electronic phenomena. Spirits can very easily manipulate electronic devices because of the electromagnetic fields that they are made up of.
This light blinking thing happened, I'll say about 5 times. And the corridor where I'm sitting right now, it has a bulb here, and it's not like a tube light or something that would blink a lot of time, but there were times I was brushing my teeth and I was just roaming around. It went off and on thrice. But I thought maybe it's just an electrical malfunction and nothing. So I won't lie, I was a little bit scared, but still I was like, okay, it's nothing.
Number 10. Your pets acting strangely. Have you ever noticed your dog?
I'm really happy that I don't have a pet, because if my pet started behaving strangely or started staring or barking at nothing, I would be unconscious on the spot. I may get my heart would stop or something like that would happen. So once when I came back from clinic at the same lunchtime, and I was crossing this space, there's kitchen this side, and I was going to the bathroom is this side. So when I was going from this space, from my room to so I saw my mom, like I won't say I saw her exactly. I just saw someone and she was working like my mom do. So I thought maybe she's my mom. And I did my signature hello to her and kind of a chin-chan dance. And just to annoy her, I do that all the time. Went to bathroom, and when I flushed, so obviously the flush is loud, and my mom came running like, who's there? I was like, it's me. Who else can? Like, you should have told me when you come. You should inform me. Like, you should actually say hi. I was like, I just said hi. You were in the kitchen. She said I wasn't. I was sleeping. It's my nap time. It's my afternoon nap time. I was in my bedroom. And then I was like, no, you were in kitchen. I saw you working. She was like, no, I wasn't. I was in my room. And literally I had a lot of argument with her, like, you're just, you're messing with me, you're playing with me. What's scary is that most of the time that we have seen a human, like a human form, we have seen it in the form of our family members. Like, if there is someone, actually, if we are actually not paranoid, my family is not paranoid, and we are actually seeing things, this thing is taking form of my family member, and this thing scares me a lot. When I start talking about this, whenever I tell someone about this, I really get scared. I feel like that if I'm telling this to someone, if there is something, it can hear me, and I don't mean any harm to them, to my family. Should apply some little eyeliner and mascara. I'm looking too pale. Why I'm still scared is that there are a recurring dreams that I have, and something really scary happened a few weeks ago. Dreams about an old lady. She's not like a ghost or something. She's very smart. She's very, I can't remember her face, but all I know is she doesn't seem scary or anything. Like, in my dreams, I usually dream about this house only, and that woman, she's always on this side, like near the entrance of the kitchen where I think I saw my mom, and she's always there. She's always doing something, and then I go to her and ask her, do you want something to eat? And she just nods her head like, no. And she seems pretty sweet. She's not scary or anything. She doesn't seem like a ghost, but it actually feels like that in my dreams, it actually feels like that she's a family member. So the scary thing that I was talking about that happened a few weeks ago was an episode of sleep paralysis. I was sleeping like this. I never sleep on my back. I would sleep on my side. So I was sleeping on my side. On this side, there's my study table. So when I was sleeping, I felt like, that study table was gone. It was pitch dark, and still all the lights were on. As I told you that I don't sleep with lights off. All lights were on, but it felt like, behind my back, it was pitch dark, and from that darkness, someone came out, and that person stood upright. It was a tall humanoid figure and stood like this, and I saw it from the corner of my eye like this. And I got scared. I knew that something is wrong. I'm not dreaming. My eyes were open. I saw in front of me, I saw my cupboard. It was all normal. Lights were on. And when I saw like this, it was all changed. There was darkness. There was a figure standing at dark like, please save me, save me, save me, save me, save me. And I'll say that it lasted only for a minute or so, or maybe 30 to 40 seconds. And it was then all over. And as soon as I was released, there was a jerk, and I was free. Then I saw everything was back to normal, and I wasn't even scared at that point. At that point, I was like, okay, there's nothing scary. I went to kitchen, I drank a little bit of water, I calmed myself down. I read Hanuman Chalisa again because I was really, really very scared. Because there were a lot of videos of some very popular YouTubers that their house is haunted, and I saw them that even they think that the spirit in their home is friendly. But I read an article that if you name your spirit, your ghost friend, and you try to have a conversation with this, you're actually inviting them in your life, and you're inviting them to get attached to you. And I really don't want to do that. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. I never tried to investigate, but what I know is for my own good, for my family's good. I don't want it to get attached to us. I don't want that it should linger in. I just pray to God that whatever it is, if it is true, I hope it's not true. I still pray that it's not true. I still hope that we are just imagining. It's just a wild imagination and nothing else. I still believe that I'm just imagining and this is just my wild imagination. I should write a book on it, like a fantasy fiction or whatever. I want to know your opinion also. Please don't be harsh on me. I'm just scared. There are things that happened that scared me, and I don't mean to spread false news or encourage superstitions. I don't do that. I am a doctor myself. I worship science. I never believed in all this stuff, but recently what happened scared me, and that's why I decided to make a video just to get your advice. Like if someone among you knows, have an explanation, explanation of any kind, like it's just an imagination or maybe some scientific proof behind that, you are welcome. If you ever experience something, write down in the comments. If you have any advice for me, if you have any explanation for me, write down in the comments. Don't be harsh. Don't mock me. Don't make fun of me. No, you can make fun of me. You can have a good laugh at this if you want to. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram handle is the Dusky Mermaid. The link is in the description box. And give this video a thumbs up. I don't know. I don't know. It's your wish if you want to. And if you want to see more videos, not like this, obviously. I never thought I would make a. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. But if you want to see more fun content, makeup related content, or any lifestyle and funny videos, so follow me, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Probably not like this, most probably not like this. I'm not going to make another video like this, and I hope whatever it's happening will be over soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.